Hello, this is the TradeSite U.S. Stocks and Futures Market Preview for the week beginning Monday, the 6th of October, 2014, and ending Friday the 10th. Yes, we are in the fourth quarter already. Isn't that amazing? Here's a look at the ES futures contract. This is the front month contract, and let's take a look and see how we came down and tipped off of that static trend line on Thursday. Got a reversal day. That was also 9 bars down. That's the end of a startup phase. So right off that static trend line, that's always supposed to be the goal of those static trend lines, is that you're going to hit them on a retracement. So it was from the last 9-bar move up in August, creates that red line. It's the low of that range. And then when you get your reversal, you come back down and you hit it. And we did exactly that, and actually with a new 9-bar setup. So now we have a static trend line on the upside. If we head back up, that green line right there, you can see would be the target if we do head up. All right, so let's take a look at the NDX side. And we've got almost got there as well on Friday. On Thursday, you can see it was 9 bars down towards the startup phase, and then bounced on a gap up and never came back. Didn't quite get to that static trend line there, but the 9-bar startup phase is what stopped it. And we do have a green static trend line there as well. And of course, if we head down, we've got a red static trend line. All right, so next up is the stocks. This one was obviously down Wednesday, Thursday pretty sharply, and then got a little rebound on Friday. Again, the unemployment data got us to gap back up. The biotech index was flatter this week and actually closed fairly well, near the same levels it was at last week. We'll take a look at crude oil, which was down, closed under $90 a barrel. It did get a Seeker 13 buy signal, as we commented on early in the week, and it used the risk line of that as support on Thursday, but now rolling to the downside. By the way these levels work, if it breaks that 88 level, that risk line, fairly quickly, it should lead to a sharp move down, and that I think would shock a lot of people. Here's a look at NASDAQ volume, and by the way, we had a couple days this week. Certainly not Friday, which was Yom Kippur. We only got to 1.6, and Monday was a little light as well, around 1.6. But Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday were all up or above that 2 billion share mark, which is great. Really good volume to have and see that back in the markets. So it's exciting. Wednesday was certainly the best day of the week for me. Big day down to start the quarter, and we were all over it. And so that's what we were looking for. At any rate, Google, let's look at a couple of the bigger stocks. Not much here. Got static trend lines above and below if it heads either direction. Apple, forming kind of an inverted top there, inverted cup. And of course, that red static trend line will be the target if it heads down. Here's a look at Amazon. Almost hit the red static trend line. Targets on both sides either way. Netflix, another one we trade a lot. Static trend lines both ways. We're kind of in this no man's land still, even though the market has made a bit of a move. And here's Tesla. Just been had a good week. Gapped up on Thursday when the market was down. All right, so that's an overall look at the markets. Let's go in and look at what the markets did during the trading sessions. We're going to go to 10-minute bars on the futures, so you can see the whole week here. So you can see that we had gapped down from Friday into Monday morning. On the ES, we never quite filled that gap on Monday. Then Tuesday, tiny gap up, filled that, went back up and filled the gap from Monday. Now remember, this was the end of quarter, so we knew the market wasn't going to do much on Tuesday and probably not much Monday either, even though the rest of the world was down sharply on Monday. But once you get that end of quarter pricing pegged, the funds want everything to close around where they have it, so they weren't going to let things go too far. But then we came in on Wednesday, and that was it. Little gap down and just kept going all day. Big trading day for us, huge winning session, and we were ready for that because it was the start of the quarter. Thursday, a little less interesting. First hour was kind of choppy and dull, and then we headed down at a strange time of day and came back and closed flat for the session. Friday gapped up and on the unemployment data and the trade balance numbers, and then just drifted higher. Again, that was the Yom Kippur holiday, so that wasn't going to be too exciting. Here's a look at the NASDAQ side. That was pretty similar. Here's a look at the data coming out this next week. It isn't much. Matter of fact, nothing big is coming out next week here in the U.S. No data on Monday. Tuesday, we've got the JOLTS job openings 30 minutes in. That won't matter much. We've got consumer credit at 3 p.m. We've got the MBA mortgage index Wednesday morning early. Not a big deal. The crude oil inventories and the minutes from the last Fed meeting. Thursday, we've got the initial and continuing jobless claims. Those are the weekly numbers. And then wholesale inventories and natty gas. Friday, import-export prices and treasury budget. So there's really no data to take us on this week, which can be a good thing. Occasionally, it's nice not to have to wait for anything. It's nice not to expect something to get in the way of trading. At the same time, if you have no data, what's the market going to react to? So we'll see what happens. I'm hoping that volume continues to hold up, and that should give us a good enough environment to find at least 3 days of the week that are solid, which is all we really look for. And go from there. Everybody have a great week. I will be on the road Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I will be in the lab for the first 2 hours every day. It will not affect the stock reports. I'll be back here working normal on Thursday for fall break. Everybody have a great weekend. Charts, as usual, brought to you by eSignal, and we will see you in the lab.